Hi everyone, welcome back to FOFA News. Today we'll be peeling back the layers of modern hypocrisy. I'm Desperado Sensei, and today we're going to be talking about something that should be the cornerstone of every democracy: free speech. But with a twist, free speech is designed as a very selective group of gatekeepers.
What is your name? What is your quest? What is your favorite color?
Now, imagine this. Free speech is your birthright, right? You can say whatever you want, except if you utter certain words, you may be branded as, dare I say it, woke. But what is the antonym to woke? Sleep. And for our selective speaking audience, antonym means the opposite of a meaning. Let's take a moment to talk about something seemingly as innocent as pronouns. You know, I, you, he, she, it, we, our. But don't worry, to appease the right, I'm going to try to do this entire section without them. Oh, shit. Sorry. Many on the right scream about free speech when the right spells out the right's own beliefs. But as soon as a person who uses preferred pronouns politely asks the right to use the right's preferred pronouns, suddenly asking for preferred pronouns is an act of treason. Asking for preferred pronouns is like a person's right to be free turns into a person's right to be free, but only if a person's mouth is closed about other topics. Hot damn, that was a mouthful. Sure would be nice to have used some pronouns, like I, they, you, we, it. Hey, I'm all for free speech. Just don't ask me to call you they, them, if that doesn't match your birth certificate. If free speech were truly free, wouldn't it mean that you could say they, them without fear of being labeled the language police?
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
Funny how that works. Now let's shimmy over to a festive season. There's been a lot of chatter about Happy Holidays versus Merry Christmas. Some on the right claim saying that Happy Holidays is an attack on Christmas tradition.
Shitter was full!
Yeah, you checked our shitters, son?
A claim that at first might have you scratching your head, even though Happy Holidays was used for the last 200 years, and it means consolidating both Christmas and New Year's into a single greeting, because both were considered religious holidays. For Catholics, they are both holy days of obligations and only 7 days apart, but I digress. Consider this: if free speech was sacred, why do we have to get our underwear in a bunch about greeting someone appropriately? It has almost become a litmus test for party loyalty.
We're all fine here now, thank you. How are you?
We're sending a squad up.
Negative. We have a reactor leak here now. Give us a few minutes to lock it down. Large leak, very dangerous.
Who is this? What's your operating number?
Merry Christmas is mandatory because free speech only counts when it sounds like it's authorized by your pastor. Anything else, offend my cherished holiday tradition. Imagine if we applied this to every greeting. Happy New Year, get out of here. Happy anniversary.
Believe it or not, jail, right away.
Free speech, but only if your words match our list of acceptable phrases. Let's continue our journey down this rabbit hole. There are a few cases where words get twisted in the name of free speech, only when it suits someone's agenda. A lot of conservative influencers claim platforms like Facebook are censorship machines, yet they are the very same people who post about banning offensive pronouns and controversial holiday greetings. It's free speech, just with a secret guest list.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Security. We got a code black. Code black at the main gate.
How about some defensive defamation suits? Some figures shout from the rooftops about free speech, yet when someone dares criticize them, well, suddenly we're living in a world of lawsuits and silenced voices. If free speech were truly free, you wouldn't have to sign a waiver or an NDA. How about book bans or classroom censorship? Ever notice how politicians claim to love free speech? They also propose banning books to challenge traditional narratives? If free speech isn't free for all ideas, isn't it just selective speech? How about English only versus religious displays? There are calls for English only rules in public places.
What? Speak American.
But then these same voices defend the right to display the 10 Commandments in front of a courthouse. It's like saying, we love our free speech, but not if anyone speaks our language differently or speaks a different language. How about political correctness as a weapon. While some criticize political correctness for stifling debate, they're the very ones that hand out the red card for language. Hope you have a wonderful holiday with your family. Red card. Do anything special this holiday? Red card. Every time you say happy holidays, an angel loses their wings. It's as if there's a master cheat code for free speech. You get your full rights when your words match an approved vocabulary. Otherwise, you're just participating in public performances. And the performance reviews tend to be YouTube comment levels of brutal. Feel free to post your thoughts below. YouTube polices them. We don't. Let's be real. Free speech should mean you can say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, without your words being hijacked by some political correctness or some political conservativeness.
My tenders.
Why argue over language where the real issue is encouraging a dialogue where differing opinions are allowed? Our culture would be a lot richer if free speech meant debating ideas, not policing every utterance. It's about having a conversation where even the jester, the satirist, and even that dumbass on the internet has a voice, without that voice being muted because it doesn't conform to a rigid script. Imagine if we embraced free speech in its full, messy glory. We would have a world where pronouns, greetings, and even the occasional off-color joke were welcome, as long as we respected each other to know that words are just words, and it's how we use them that counts. But that's likely wishful thinking. So what's the takeaway here? Essentially, the free speech argument has become less about a fundamental right and more about choosing which expressions get an all-access pass. When it's time to paraphrase a sacred greeting or use pronouns someone prefers, we hear, "That's not free speech, that's forced speech." Yet when it's time to defend a centuries-old tradition of Merry Christmas, suddenly free speech means rigid conformity. It's like playing with two entirely different rule books, one for everyone else and one reserved exclusively for those holding the tradition card. Before I go, let me ask you, in our current climate, where is the line between protecting our cultural heritage and enforcing a particular way of speaking? And more importantly, can we ever get to a place where free speech truly means free speech for all ideas, even the messy ones? Thanks for joining me on this journey through words and hypocrisy. Until next time, keep speaking free and make sure you're speaking the right words.
Hi there, this is Desperado Sensei with FOFA News. We'd just like to remind you to like and subscribe for our content, and also follow us on Substack. Every now and then we write pieces that don't necessarily turn out to be videos, so check us out when you get a chance. Thank you. Bye.